What is up, guys? Hey, Jerry Green here. I want to talk to you today about the production process. And you say, what does that have to do with real estate? Well, let me share with you guys something here. The biggest thing that I see that investors do that are really trying to scale this is, and you heard me say trying to scale this, is what they do is they get caught up in the decision-making process. And what I mean by that, just a quick example, is think about this. If you have a production line that you're running, okay? So here's the start of the production line. And you think about it, and this is for example, if you're putting vehicles, let's just say on a production line, and you have to excuse my vehicle here. I know it's not a very nice car, and it's not a Tesla, by the way, okay? So you're running down your production process and you're producing these vehicles, okay? So you imagine going down this production process on things, and all of a sudden you're doing these vehicles that are the same type of car, and then all of a sudden in the middle of it, you throw a big truck in. So here's a big truck that you got in. Do you think that's going to throw off your production process? Absolutely. But the problem is, I see people in this business all the time, that are trying to ramp up their real estate business. And it's funny, I hear this. This is probably one of the big things I hear from students and just in general when I'm talking to people who are saying, wow, I can't get the deals closed fast enough. I get stuck on things and I get delays. And I always ask them, well, tell me about your production process. What they'll do is they'll start telling me about this. And they go along with this, so for my example, it's like car, truck. Then next thing you know, it's a car, okay? Then it's another big truck. Or it could be something else. What they're doing, guys, is not really working a production process. And what happens is they get something, what I call decision fatigue, okay? So what happens is a deal comes in to their pipeline. Okay, so what I mean is deal, not just a lead, an actual deal. So this is a deal that comes into the pipeline. So this is an actual deal that they brought in. They might go ahead and, once they get that deal into the pipeline of things, what happens is they get stuck in the decision fatigue. Okay, decision fatigue meaning they can't decide what to do with that deal. And I see this happen over and over again. And people get this in, and I used to be guilty of this all the time. What happened is you get the deal in and you think, well, I can turn around and I can fix it up and sell it, do a flip. Because I can make more money doing that way, right? Or I can buy it and hold it as a long-term rental. Or I'm going to wholesale it. Or I'm going to wholesale it. Or I'm going to lease option it out, somebody like that. So you look at all these different ways. The problem is, as entrepreneurs, especially us visionaries, what we do is we get stuck in this decision fatigue, and that deal might sit there for weeks for us to try to figure out what we're going to do with it. And that completely throws off your production process. Then people wonder why they only get one deal done in a month. They wonder why they're stuck. They wonder why their revenue is not where it should be. Guys, you've got to remember that this is a key component to it right here. Guys, is you can't get caught up in decision fatigue. See, decision fatigue delays everything, not only in your business, in your personal life too. One of the best things you can do is just make a decision, okay? And your focus should be this, is get to the point where your decisions are averaging 70% or more success rate. Okay, and you think, wow, that's not that high. But guys, what's worse is not making any decisions. So some decision of some type of strategy is better than nothing. So what we've learned to do in our business, guys, to streamline the production process, and this has allowed me to step more out of the business and not be involved in all this every day. Because when I was involved in this, it delayed everything. So the decision process for one particular business, like our wholesale business, is already made. I don't get involved in this decision process. It's the same product, boom, 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 over and over again. That allows us to continually do that. It allows us to grow, and just continue to produce more and more product along the production line. If you're caught up in overthinking, if you're caught up in decision fatigue, eventually it will kill your business. Okay, and not only does it kill the business on things, what it does to your team is it aggravates and stresses your team, because they don't ever understand, they're always trying to figure out what you're trying to think. And if people are trying to figure out what you're trying to think, it's never going to work, because they never understand that you could go 10 different directions, and they're always going to be saying, okay, what do you want to do, Jerry? What do you want to do here? What do you want to do with this? And it could be weeks, and you're busy doing all this other stuff, and you just let deals sit there, and it costs you money. Guys, don't get into doing that. Remember, if whatever business you're in, if you're in fix and flip, that should be your production line. If you want to set up another production line for buy and hold, that's fine. Or wholesale, that's fine. But you keep it separated that way. That way the production process works. That's how it scales. That's how it grows. So production line will make a big difference in your revenue and also reduce your stress. Talk to you later.